The next morning, Mark discovered strange circular burn marks in his cornfield. Confused and shaken, he shared his story at the local diner. Whispers spread, and soon the entire town was buzzing with theories about UFOs and aliens. But it wasn't long before fear replaced curiosity. 2 days later, a black sedan with tinted windows rolled into Mark's driveway. Two men stepped out, dressed in immaculate black suits. Their pale faces seemed unnatural, almost waxy, and their eyes were cold and unblinking. Introducing themselves as government officials, they claimed to be investigating anomalies reported in the area. Mark hesitated, but the men's tone was firm. They questioned him about what he saw, their voices eerily monotone. When Mark mentioned the lights and the burn marks, one of the men leaned in. "You didn't see anything," he said, his words cutting through the air like a blade. "Forget what you think happened." Mark tried to protest, but the man's piercing gaze made his throat tighten. As quickly as they had arrived, the men left, leaving behind a chilling silence. That night, Mark began experiencing severe headaches and memory lapses. The vivid details of the encounter began to fade, replaced by a fog of doubt. Across town, Emily Carter, a waitress at the diner, had also seen the strange lights that night. Unlike Mark, she refused to stay silent. She started researching similar incidents, uncovering eerie reports of unidentified flying objects and the enigmatic men in black. Each story shared common elements: intimidation, strange illnesses, and vanishing witnesses. Determined to find the truth, Emily began documenting her findings, but it wasn't long before she caught their attention. Late one evening, as she pored over her notes, her phone rang. The voice on the other end was cold and mechanical. "Stop what you're doing," it warned before the line went dead. Moments later, a knock echoed through her apartment. Peeking through the peephole, Emily's heart sank. Two men, identical to the descriptions in her research, stood motionless outside her door. Paralyzed with fear, she didn't answer. After several minutes, the knocking stopped. When she finally dared to look, they were gone, but a black business card lay on the floor. It was blank, except for the words, "This is your only warning." Emily's life began unraveling. Her car broke down mysteriously. Her computer was hacked, and she often felt like she was being followed. Determined not to back down, she contacted Daniel Price, an investigative journalist with a reputation for exposing conspiracies. Together, they pieced together a chilling theory. The men in black were not human. Witness accounts described their movements as robotic, their features almost artificial. Some claimed they had no fingerprints. Others said their voices sounded like broken recordings. Emily and Daniel planned to go public with their findings. They scheduled an interview to expose the men in black and their sinister agenda. But the night before the interview, Daniel's office was ransacked. His files were gone, his equipment destroyed, and Emily vanished without a trace. The police dismissed it as a robbery, but Daniel knew better. A single email appeared in his inbox later that night. "This is your final warning." Crescent Ridge slowly returned to its quiet routine, the strange events fading into rumor and folklore. But those who had seen the lights, who had felt the suffocating presence of the men in black, knew the truth. They were still out there, watching, waiting, silence.